Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to count down the top 10 secrets about Russia. For this list, we will look at some dark facts about the Russia's past and present that not many people know. Number 10. Ambulance taxis. Moscow, the capital of Russia, can be a beautiful place to visit, but it's not a good place to get stuck in traffic. The city has some of the worst traffic in the world. But some of the city's wealthier people have come up with a way to avoid traffic jams. People can hire so-called ambulance taxis for about $200 an hour, and they can easily get through the traffic jams. Number 9. The other Chernobyl. The Chernobyl nuclear disaster of the 1986 is still the worst of its kind. However, did you know that this wasn't the only time Russia polluted their environment permanently with nuclear waste? Lake Karachi is in the central Russia, near the Mayak Production Association, which is a place where nuclear waste is cleaned up and stored. Russia dumped nuclear waste from the Mayak into the lake for many years, until the Kyshtym disaster in 1957, when underground storage tanks exploded and ruined over 20,000 square miles. 8. Abandoned landmines. The Chechen-Russian conflict has been going on for hundreds of years, so we can't put all of it in one entry. But one thing that deserves more attention is the fact that both Russian and Chechen forces use landmines a lot. Cluster bombs that haven't gone off yet, all over the Chechnya. These bombs have hurt or killed thousands of people, including many children. Mine clearance teams like those from the non-profit HALO Trust have worked in the past to get rid of some of these landmines. 7. Vaccine controversy. Many companies try to be the first to make a vaccine for the COVID-19 virus. But before they could be used, their vaccines still had to go through the standard clinical trials. Not so with the Russian Sputnik V, which was criticized when it was approved for use in Russia and nearly 60 other countries before Phase 3 trials. This wasn't the only reason why the launch of the Sputnik V was controversial. Later, it came out that Russia had made a bad deal with a group in Abu Dhabi called Oro Gulf Health Investments. A minor Dubai royal acted as a middleman in the deal, reselling Sputnik V to desperate countries that needed it at a huge markup. Number 6. The Moscow Theater hostage crisis. Chechen rebels took 850 people hostage at the Dubrovka Theater in Moscow on October 23, 2002. They were there to see the musical Nordost. Terrorists set off bombs and told Russia that it had to leave Chechnya within a week. A few days later, on October 26, Russian security agents filled the building with a drug-like gas and stormed the theater. At least 130 hostages had died by the end of the siege. Number 5. Police corruption. Even though former President Dmitry Medvedev started a lot of reforms in 2011, corruption in the Russian police force is still a problem. The goal of these policies was to stop the growing belief that police are corrupt all over the country. The Russian police don't get paid very much. There are always new scandals. In the summer of 2021, it came out that the Russian traffic police were running a side bribery ring. Number 4. Metro 2. The Moscow Metro is a beautiful underground train system that's one of the most impressive in the world. Still, people keep talking about a Metro 2, which is said to be a Stalinist shadow system of the Moscow Metro that connects the Kremlin to every possible place of the safety and escape. Russian officials have neither said that it exists nor said that it doesn't. 3. Assassinations. Over the years, there have been several high-profile reports of the people who were critical of the Russian government being tried to be killed. In 2006, the poisoning of former KGB agent Alexander Litvinenko was one of the most well-known. In 2018, Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia were both tried to be killed. Sergei used to work for Russian intelligence, but he was also a double agent who worked for the UK. 2. Chemical weapons. Even though Sergei Skripal's story is upsetting, it's just a small part of Russia's long history of using chemical weapons. In 1925, the Geneva Gas Protocol and the 1972 and the Biological Weapons Convention countries agreed not to make or use chemicals or biological weapons. Still, some countries have broken these agreements in the past. 1. Voting fraud. Like many of the other things on this list, the topic of vote fraud in Russia is still complicated and hard to talk about in such a short amount of time. There were a lot of problems with the legislative election in 2011. One region even had a turnout of 146% in 2017. The European Court of the Human Rights said it was unfair and compromised. But this didn't make much of a difference in the end. The legislative election of the 2021 was also controversial because of alleged illegal actions like stuffing ballots, while opposition leaders like Alexei Navalny were just arrested, fined, and put in jail. So these are the top 10 secrets about Russia. Did you know about any of these? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bells so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching and see you next time.